At 19 years old, Marcus was mopping floors in a building he couldn't even afford to walk through the front door of during business hours. 22 years later, he owned it. This is the story of how he did it, and the one decision that changed everything. Marcus grew up in a small apartment with his mother and two brothers. Money was always tight. He wasn't the smartest kid in school, and he wasn't the strongest either. But he had one thing most people didn't: he showed up early, and he stayed late. At 19, he took a job as a night janitor in a downtown office building, 12 floors of lawyers, accountants, and executives who never looked twice at the guy emptying their trash cans. Most people in his position would have done the job and gone home. Marcus did something different. Every night, while cleaning the offices, Marcus started reading what was left on the desks. Business plans, financial reports, marketing strategies. He didn't understand half of it at first, but he kept reading. He started asking questions. Not to impress anyone, just because he was curious. One night, an accountant working late noticed him lingering near a spreadsheet and, half joking, asked if he understood any of it. Marcus said, "Not yet. But I want to." That accountant became his first mentor. It wasn't a straight line up. Marcus enrolled in night classes for business while still cleaning offices during the day shift changes. He fell asleep in lectures. He failed his first accounting exam. There were nights he wanted to quit, nights he told himself a janitor becoming a business owner was a fantasy other people got to live, not him. But he kept showing up. To class. To work. To the same building, night after night. 5 years in, he'd saved enough, and learned enough, to buy a small stake in a struggling local business with the accountant who'd once quizzed him over a spreadsheet. That small business grew. Then another. Marcus reinvested almost everything he earned instead of spending it. He made mistakes, expensive ones, but he treated every failure as tuition he'd already paid for. 17 years after he first picked up a mop in that building, Marcus had built a small portfolio of businesses worth more than he ever imagined possible growing up in that cramped apartment. Then, one afternoon, his old building came up for sale. He bought it. The same building where he used to enter through the service door after hours, now had his name on the lease as the owner. He did it because somewhere in that building, 22 years earlier, he decided that where he started didn't have to be where he stayed. He didn't do it for revenge or to prove a point to anyone who doubted him. Marcus's story isn't really about the building. It's about what he did with the hours nobody was watching, the reading, the studying, the showing up when there was no guarantee it would ever pay off. You don't need permission to start where you are. You just need to decide that it's not where you'll finish. If this story meant something to you, that's exactly why I make these. Subscribe if you want more like it.